Well, as you know, a staple in horror films is the sequel. And indie horror films are no different. It's just they usually don't get the opportunity to do a sequel to their original horror film, but we do have one here in the form of CarousHell 2. Again, Steve Rudzinski giving us a story that picks up years after the first one. So we have almost a real time gap in here. But now we get a bit more of the story of the origin of the, uh, the possessed carousel unicorn. And then we realize that it now has been discovered that it is a Nazi experiment gone wrong. And those Nazis are still alive today and they're on the hunt for all of their experiments that escaped, including Duke. The killer carousel unicorn. Meanwhile, Duke has learned that, yeah, he has an illegitimate son, and so he tries to reconnect with his son, protecting him, while also figuring out who it is that's trying to capture him and his son. And when he soon realizes it, well, then there's that killer unicorn going on a rampage again. Okay. Um, I enjoyed the first one more than I thought I was going to. This one definitely takes a different direction. And I'm going to say I loved the puppeteering with the kid of Duke, Robbie. I loved the puppeteering and design of this character. It was really well done for a film done on a small budget. So as far as the character and that goes, I thought it was great. It was great getting the Duke character back with his sarcasm. But the tone really has changed with this film, where a lot of it is involving Duke getting connected with his son, and a lot of the Nazis talking. Now, don't get me wrong; the performances of the actors was fine. They were performing and playing the characters as they should play them, and I did find some humor in them. It's just the kill count in this. It takes a long time to get to it, whereas in the first Carousel, we it doesn't take too long to really get into the bloody swing of things, and in here it takes a while. And I get what they were going for. Don't get me wrong, I get what they were going for with this relationship between the dad and son type of angle. But it's not quite expected to have so much of that in a horror film that didn't have quite so much of that. So it was a drastic change. And yes, sequels are meant to give you, more exploration of the characters, but I would have liked a little bit more steady pace in the kill count, and maybe cut back a little bit on the jokey Nazis, the eternal Nazis. Otherwise, yeah, it's fine. We still get that great Duke one-liners, and when things do actually ramp up, it gets back to its good old bloody self again. It just takes a long time of the film to get there. And that I think really stuck out for me. I'm trying not to repeat myself, but yeah, the production design was fine working within their budget that they had. I'm glad they put a lot of work into the Robbie puppet. So you buy into that this is Duke's illegitimate son, where Duke really has no animation to him. This kid's got a lot of animation to him. And yeah, it's an interesting concept for sure. And another one where it has the type of ending that you kind of suspect. And, one of the things is I didn't necessarily need a full backstory for Duke. It was an interesting mythology that they came up with, and I can see how it would open the door for even more films within this world. And in fact, I would like to see more films in this world with other characters that were under experiments. It was just this one was a bit more of a challenge than the first one. So there you have it, folks. Carousel 2. I think it's a bit of a misstep from the first one. If you go in thinking you're going to get the exact same stuff, no, you're not. But if you're wondering and curious about the backstory of Duke, then you're going to want to check out Carousel 2. I believe it will be out, if it's not out already by the time this review is posted. I'll put as much information as I can down below. Please check out our Patreon if you haven't already. I appreciate your support. And until next time, remember, as always, keep that ticket stub.